Alright, this is John Cole with OKRAW.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. Today I'm coming at you from my backyard, and I was just thinking over the last couple days, like, what's the next video I'm going to make for you guys? So, the next video I thought I'd make for you guys is basically the two top staples in my whole food, plant-based, vegan diet, right? And there's like lots of foods out there. You know, many people that are into plant-based whole food eating might make starches their main staple, or they might make rice or beans their main staple, and hey, those foods are great. I'm not going to basically say anything bad about them, but I will say what I'm doing, and this is based on what I've learned and have been doing now since 1995 for 23 years. I've been on a whole food, plant-based, fruit and vegetable dominated diet. Now the percentage of fruits and versus vegetables I have eaten over the years has changed. So I used to eat a lot more fruit. You know, nowadays I'm eating a lot more vegetables, and I would encourage you guys to find out the balance that feels best for you. You know, when you eat fruit, see how your body reacts. If you eat more fruit, see how it reacts. If you're reacting good, hey, great. But don't forget the vegetables. And what I've noticed for me personally is that, you know, if I'm eating more vegetables, I feel better. I feel more, you know, I'm just feeling good, right? Not getting any blood sugar issues or anything like that, and I just feel great. So yeah, I've been eating more vegetable meals these days. So basically, the two main staples in my diet are vegetables and fruits, and all kinds of vegetables and fruits. John, I thought you were going to say your staple, man. What is it? Is it kale? Is it coconuts? Is it eggplants? Well, I rarely eat eggplants, but I'm growing it. But basically, you know what I like to eat on my fruit and vegetable dominated diet is I like to eat a variety of fresh fruits and fresh vegetables, especially the leafy green vegetables. I'm standing here in my garden. I have a whole garden full of, actually right now I have a lot of purslane and peppers, P&P, purslane and peppers. But also I have cucumbers that are going to be coming on soon, Malabar spinach, this is called water pepper. I have some lettuce that's bolting, I have water spinach, yeah, all kinds of different things. So like I eat a big variety, a huge variety. So like no one fruit or vegetable is my staple. It's all of them, right? And I try to increase the varieties of fruits and vegetables that I'm eating on an everyday basis. So I'm always seeking out new and exciting different vegetables and fruits I could eat. But more importantly, I'm also growing and sourcing the highest quality, most nutritious fruits and vegetables I can eat as well. So anyways, maybe in this episode, I think what I want to do is I'm just going to show you guys some of the fruits and vegetables I'm eating right now. This is being filmed in June. And so you'll see actually kind of like some of the things I'm eating in my garden, and actually some of the things that I have inside my fridges inside the kitchen. And then maybe also I'll show you some of the smaller food items that I eat in much smaller quantities, because basically I live on a fruit and vegetable dominated diet, and I would encourage you guys to eat more fruits and vegetables. People might argue with me about being vegan or being that or being raw or whatever, but nobody's really going to argue with you about the fact that we need to eat more, especially the vegetables and leafy green vegetables, as well as fruits, as these are simply the healthiest foods on the planet. So I've built my diet around that. Anyways, let's go on a tour and show you guys what I'm eating this time of year. Alright, so I don't want this to turn into a garden tour video, but maybe just some quick clips of what I'm growing. Be sure to check my other channel, Growing Your Greens, for an upcoming garden tour episode. But I have cucumbers that will hopefully be coming online soon. I have the water spinach that's available at Asian markets right over there. Let's see, I have the Akira flowers. I eat flowers. I have tomatillos growing. Over here I have my tree collard, so this is like kale, collard greens. I have some dinosaur kale, some corn that's growing. Maybe it's going to produce or not. Swiss chard down below. I have horseradish root, horseradish greens. Also eggplant down there, Swiss chard. I also have mint. I also eat cactus pads. You guys can see I just harvest cactus pads, cut off the little spiky things, and eat those in salads or also juice them up. I have lots of peppers this time of year, mostly sweet peppers except for the back here. I have some hot peppers growing. Let's see here. Oh, kumquats growing on my trees there, and then I have a whole wall of Malabar spinach. These are all the leafy greens I eat. And you know, I'll just come out here and pick 10, 15 of the Malabar spinach, 10, 15 of the water spinach, 10, 15 of, you know, purslane or whatever, and I'll just make a nice huge salad or add them to my soups. Over in this side of the garden, you know, I have black carrots that are going to flower and setting seed. Actually, I didn't harvest any of the black carrots that I'm growing to eat. I'm letting them go to seed, so they'll drop seeds, so they'll come up as weeds for next year. I have, you know, things like tomatoes coming in, more tree collards. Here's one that's pretty rare. I don't think you could buy it. It's the middle of the heat today, 105 plus degrees. Kind of wilted out, but it'll come back. It's that guy right there. It's called Bele, or it's like edible hibiscus tree leaf. Of course, tomatoes. Aptinia, which is actually a landscape herb that I pull off leaves and eat. It's like kind of like a succulent. Here's some, I think this is over here, some Chinese celery. All kinds of, just over here, some tropical lettuce, a bit more bitter. Oh, and this one's actually a cool one. This is the onions I'm eating right now. These are called walking onions. You could eat the tops, or you could plant the tops. You could also eat the greens. And then also, you know, I got this stuff called agretti. And so that's like a vegetable from Italy. And then sunchokes, not ready to be harvested. They grow the tubers. Over on this side, you know, I have a lot more peppers that I'm eating. I really love growing peppers. They do quite well in my climate and grow really well. Let's not forget, I grow flowers, eat flowers for the nice, rich, colorful pigments. Those are marigolds there. And then over on this side, you know, I just have lots more peppers and purslane. Like a lot of purslane. Everything that you guys see hanging out in the middle of the row is purslane. I just come out here and I could have a whole purslane salad if I wanted to. I like to mix my salads, you know, some with some stronger tasting greens, some with some more mild tasting greens. I'm growing lots of moringa in this flood table right here. Not really super harvesting it yet, but I will be soon. And then, you know, basically I have a whole nother side of my garden here. And, you know, I have catnip or catmint. I have a lot more tomatoes over on this side, you know, more leafy greens. I really try to grow a lot of leafy greens. I have different kinds of herbs, such as the rosemary here. I got sage, I got basil. Over here we have shiso, which is an Asian herb. This is my herb bed where I have lavender, I have bees, I have mint. This is where I'm growing more peppers, tomatoes, eggplants. Let's see, yeah, eggplants over there, water spinach back there. Yeah, I mean, it's just a little tour, more onions. So every bed I'm growing something different. This is actually cilantro that I need to pull up, or coriander seed now. I could eat my first coriander seeds. Yeah, I mean, so that's, oh, and then of course, right now what I have going off really good is the goji berries. Look at these guys, man. These are all like goji berries in there, like all crazy goji berries. Like if we look over here, like more goji berries. I don't know if you guys can see that, but if you just like look closely, there's all these little red berries hanging down. This plant is so prolific. I mean, literally, they're just all hiding in there. I don't know if you guys could even see that. There's just so many just hiding in there amongst my sunchokes. Anyways, let's head inside and show you guys actually what I'm eating inside. Oh, before I do though, here's all my beautiful basil that grows amazingly. So now I'm in my kitchen, and besides eating things that I grew fresh out of my garden, which is always my preference to harvest things out of the garden to eat first, of course I also do buy produce, because if I just ate out of my garden, you know, as good as that stuff is, it would limit the varieties that I could eat. So I do go shopping locally, and let's see what's inside my fridge today. So, I mean, I got all these old pomegranates that I probably need to go through. I got some Brussels sprouts. I got my fermented kimchi that I made. I got fermented cabbages. Of course, I have things like organic berries here. I have fresh juices. So actually, this is a cucumber juice. This is celery juice that I'll be drinking probably tomorrow morning. I'll probably drink that later tonight. And of course, I have lots of organic romaine hearts. Got these for $1. So I like to basically use like 1 or 2 hearts of romaine chopped up in a bowl with all the, you know, more deep leafy greens that I grow in my garden to have like a nice mixture and also make it taste a little bit nicer. Plus, I like the crunchiness of some of the romaine hearts. Down here, of course, I have orange carrots. Oh, and back here I have hiding some purple carrots. Let's see. Back down here, I'll show you guys. Yeah, so this is my stash of the purple carrots. I would encourage you guys to, you know, even if you eat carrots, don't just get the orange carrots. Try to get purple carrots in other colors. The purple carrots especially are more nutritious than other colors because of the anthocyanins within them. So down here further, I have things like organic cauliflower that I like to eat. And then, oh, I have these guys. These guys are a treat in these bags here. I have lychee fruit. So like these are super good. I love them a lot. Let's see here. I got to eat those today probably. And then of course I have like things like beets. So I have a lot of red beets that I normally like to juice. And let's see, everything's falling away. Yeah, lots more carrots and beets. And I think that's probably pretty much it. So that's like one of my fridges, and then I have 2 more to go. So now my next fridge, I got even more stuff. You know, I got things like pineapples, fermented black carrots. I got some yellow carrots here, regular carrots. I think that's some dinosaur kale. And then I got like nice long cucumbers that I like to juice. And then basically this, all you're seeing right here is basically organic celery hearts. I got these on sale for like $1. So that's for 4 celery hearts. So this is basically what I'm juicing every morning. And I got such a supply. In here we have citrus. So I have, you know, things like oranges and limes and some lemons. And in the bottom here we have zucchini and some apples. And so what do I eat and when? It's kind of like depends on what I feel like eating. So like, you know, the lychees, they're going to be going bad really soon. Plus they're quite delicious. So I'm eating those first. Also, as you'll see in the next fridge, I have other fruits I need to eat now. So I'll make a meal of those every day. And then I like to have a juice or 2. Today I've already had 2 juices. I'll probably have 1 more before the day's out. And then I'll have like a salad or soup for dinner. So, and basically it's I eat whatever's ripe, whatever I feel like eating, whatever is going to go bad first. All right, let me go ahead and show you guys the last fridge. All right, checking out the last fridge here, all kinds of stuff, mainly in this fridge. I got melons, so these are like, some of these are like local melons that I actually picked out myself. And then over on this side, we got some peppers. Although I'm growing peppers, I do like to have extra peppers, especially when they're inexpensive to juice. I'll make my pepper soup on them, out of them. And then down below here, I have all these stone fruits. So I have a whole bunch of apricots that need to get eaten, and some donut peaches, and of course some avocados. I like to eat maybe an avocado or 2, you know, a day for some good healthy fats. So aside from the garden, the fridges also have things, some things not in the fridge that will last better or keep more nutrition outside. So I have fresh picked tomatoes that I picked, jicama, onions, garlic. And you know, so you can see I have quite a storehouse. It's like going to the store, it's going to John's house. I have quite a selection of different vegetables. So, you know, if I want to use an onion, chop it up and blend it into a salad dressing or add it to soups, I could do that. You know, I always like to add like, you know, 1 clove or 2 cloves of garlic into salad dressings at night for an extra flavor boost, but also the anti-cancer properties. If I have a lot of tomatoes that are going bad, then I'll juice them into a juice that'll end up being the base of my soup or maybe the base of a salad dressing that I'm making. Now, aside from these guys, which are all fruits and vegetables, right, I eat other things. So I'll show you guys. These are in much smaller quantities, but yet they are also important in my diet. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what's in my cupboard. So aside from the fruits and vegetables that I eat, I also eat some nuts and seeds, predominantly, with some other kind of pseudo grains, mainly. And so inside here, got all kinds of stuff. Got like sun-dried peppers from my garden from last year, so this will add some flavor, some spice to some of the different recipes. Sun-dried tomatoes. I got sesame seeds, organic nutritional yeast from Germany, macadamia nuts. We have some black wild rice that is soaked to basically bloom, and then it's eaten when soft. Chia seeds, flax seeds. In the back, I got walnuts and pistachios. I got some let's see, pine nuts and hazelnuts. So basically just a mixture of nuts and seeds in storage that are always getting eaten. You know, the nuts and seeds I like to eat no more than a handful, usually at night inside my salad dressing. That'll increase the uptake of nutrients in some of the leafy greens that I'm eating. So in the next cabinet, what you guys are looking at are basically herbs and spices for the most part, right? These are eaten in much smaller quantities just for flavoring and for additional nutrition. You know, I got things like my pepper powder, mushroom powder. Actually, I got these capers that I like to get the salt off by soaking in water and then using them. Capers are fruit. They're quite nutritious, and they should be eaten more often. Actually, these ones, probably sun-dried. No salt seasoning, cinnamon, wasabi powder. Got different kinds of vinegars, pomegranate vinegar, red wine vinegar, maple syrup or maple vinegar, caraway seeds. Oh, and then lots of seaweed. So I have a whole stash of different kinds of seaweeds here, and I got some in some other places too that I like to add to my salads for additional nutrients. And I want to remind you guys that seaweeds are basically vegetables of the sea. And so they are really rich in phytonutrients as well as the minerals that can be deficient in normal soil grown plants if you don't have, and they're not grown in good soil. So the last main cabinet that I'm going to show you guys today is actually where I have all my, what I would call supplements. But really, they're not really supplements. I don't really like to take isolated, extracted supplements unless absolutely necessary for my health. But what I do like to do is I do like to take concentrated fruits and vegetable powders, right? So we have like maquis berry powder, tart berry powder, here's some matcha tea powder, kale powder, got all kinds of different powders and other different, like here's some aronia berries, I got vanilla. These are used in much smaller quantities, good for smoothies. Also maybe when I travel I'll take a bag with me and just eat it on the trip, like put it in water on the airplane. You know, my goal is to get as many nutrients as I possibly can from my diet, and if you eat lots of leafy greens and vegetables and some fruits, I believe you can get the majority of the nutrients you need from your diet. That being said, there can be some things missing due to, you know, everyday common living, you know, so the bacteria being like, you know, killed off in the soil. So to get B12, because we have such sterile environments these days, I do take a B12 supplement. You know, if it's not the summertime, I do take a vitamin D supplement. I'm usually in the garden most of the day with my shirt off, making my own vitamin D. I do take a EPA DHA supplement in addition to having like some flax seeds every day for that. I think those are probably some of the main ones. And then also, you know, of course, other minerals may be important if you're not having a well-balanced diet. And that's why I like to include, you know, no large amounts of kale, but I do like to eat kale as well as other leafy greens and mix them up. Or like, you know, the seaweeds are especially nutritious in some of the trace minerals that may be deficient under standard you know, commercial agriculture, whether that's organic or conventional. You know, furthermore, I seek out other foods such as this. This is actually called the natto, and this is actually fermented soybeans. Nothing else added, no salt, no nothing. And this is good, so now I'm able to get some beans in me. But more importantly, the natto is the highest source of vitamin K2 that can be deficient in a vegan diet. And so that's why I eat the natto, because I'd rather get my K2 from the natto or a food instead of taking a vitamin K2 supplement. So I'd encourage you guys, before taking any supplement, consult a nutritionist or a doctor. But also, you know, think about how can I get this, you know, nutrient from my food and actually not from a supplement. You know, because when you get your nutrients in food, they come with a whole bunch of different cofactors and co-nutrients that may increase the uptake, but that are also going to be more nutritious for you guys in the end. So that's pretty much the end of this episode today. I want to encourage all you guys, whatever diet you guys are on, to include more fresh fruits and vegetables and a widest variety as possible. You guys learned just some of the things I eat today in this episode, kind of giving you guys a tour of my garden and my fridges and my cupboards to show you guys the range. But, you know this, the majority of the food I eat are fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. Actually, a lot of it could be juiced. You know, today I've already had 8 pounds of fruits and vegetables in their juice form. The next meal will probably be some, actually some lychee or some fresh apricots. Fruits and vegetables are the best foods on the planet, especially leafy greens and vegetables. Do not neglect those. I know a lot of you guys might be fruitarian out there eating a lot of fruits, but trust me, you will learn over time that your body does need more vegetables, right? And check it out. Here's my little dog. And, you know, hey, dogs, check out his teeth. I get you. but he gets to also benefit from my diet because, you know, he loves to beg for food like most dogs do. And when he begs for food, guess what he gets? He gets the food that I'm eating, which is fresh fruits and vegetables, maybe at night with some nuts or seeds. So in the great state of Nevada, there's what is called the Oakleyman salad tax. So if I'm eating a salad, that means if we're in Nevada, he gets to eat the salad tax too, because it's a tax on the salad that he gets to benefit from. So he always gets his salad tax, or even soup tax, in the evening, and he loves it so much. He also loves to eat things like jackfruit and mangoes, and so he could benefit from the high antioxidant content of these foods. In my opinion, you know, especially if you're buying bagged dog food, it's highly processed food without a lot of phytonutrients. I would encourage you guys to feed your animals, your pets, your dogs, your cats, as much high antioxidant fruits and vegetables as possible, because in my opinion, they will be healthier because of it, just like you guys. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this episode, what I did, if you have other questions, I don't know if I'll respond to them, but leave them below. I'll try to make future videos covering more topics in the future. Just want to remind you guys to eat more fruits and vegetables. They are the best. Thumbs this video up if you guys liked it. Also be sure to click that subscribe button right down below so you don't miss out on any of my new and upcoming episodes that are coming out every 5 to 7 days. You never know what I'll be learning on my YouTube channel. Also be sure to check my past episodes. My past episodes are a wealth of knowledge. Over 500 episodes at this time teach you guys all aspects on how and why you should be eating more fresh fruits and vegetables. So with that, my name is John Kohler and the Oakley Man with OKRAW.com. We'll see you next time. And until then, remember, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables. They're always the best.